Here in my kitchen. I'm going to cook something for my girls, something they like. We're only gonna stay here for about 40 minutes because I'm planning to show you what I cook from ground chicken, and then I have to run to pick up my girls. Zoe's in theater and Stella is her gym practice. Tonight my husband went, he really likes this rock bands. I'm not a big fan of rock music, but he went to a concert. So today I had some dinner from last night for my dad and my husband. I only eat very last meal before 6 p.m. Very light meal, but you know, because my girls are so active and they come home later, I'm cooking something fresh for them because yesterday I cooked potato stew. And the potato stew had some mushrooms and my girls didn't like it that much, though my husband and my dad and we enjoyed my potato stew with, that was a very lean meat. It was chicken breast. So today I'm cooking my cutlets in Russian are a type of meatballs or burgers, something between meatballs and burgers. They are flat meatballs. They're not as big as burgers, but they're pretty much flat meat, fried in the pan in the oil, and it's easy to make. And since I bought ground chicken, it's 8% fat, it's very lean meat, I'm gonna make my chicken chicken cutlets. And today I have 4 viewers. Thank you so much. Welcome to my channel, Kate B. Today is Tuesday. I'm in Orlando area, Florida, United States of America. It's about 6:11 p.m. tonight. I'm picking my girls around 7 and 7:30. So I'll probably be here for 40 minutes and I'll show you how I cook my kotletki meatballs for my girls. And it's super easy. I'm only using this meat. I'm using 1 onion. I'm going to mince my onion in the food processor and I'm gonna add it to my chicken. And I'm gonna use organic no salt seasoning. This seasoning is, I bought it in Costco. It's very good seasoning. It has like lots of dried, you know, whatever, carrots, onions, garlic. It's very, very good flavor. It adds to your meat. How old are you? Rinat, welcome. I'm 48, but how does it matter? I'm 48, yes. So my girls are 15 and 11. And today I was thinking about the topic, what I'm going to talk about during my cooking session. Can you hear me well, Renat? Welcome to my live stream. Welcome. I'm so happy you stopped by. Thank you for asking me questions and writing your comments. I'll try to read your comments and I'll try to answer right away. I like to interact with my viewers and I appreciate every viewer who's stopping by on this live stream. Usually my live streams get like a little more views than my regular videos, but I don't get discouraged because this channel I'm doing for expressing myself. It's my little hobby, something I like to create, and I enjoy the process. And sometimes, you know, some people say discouraging, you don't make any money or you don't have any viewers. It's you know, all my life I strived for results, but at the end I realized that what matters is the effort and enjoying the process. So that's my motto now. As long as I'm taking care of my YouTube channel, making my shorts, making my videos, making my live streams, I'll be okay. You know, I'm enjoying the process, and whatever money I make, they're not gonna affect our family budget, or they don't bring much in our finances. But it's fun because I can use the money I make on YouTube. I watch other YouTubers, I make donations to other YouTubers, and I can promote my videos. So it's kind of like, it's a business, but it's not a lot of, you know, this business doesn't bring me a lot of money. It's just my hobby that, you know, pays me a little bit just for fun of making some money on YouTube. So please ask me questions if you have questions, and it's very easy. we're big fans of onions, so I never run out of onions in my house, and I never run out of tomatoes in my house. So onions I add to my cooked food, and onions I add to my salads every day. And you know, с какой country вы? Я из Молдовы, из Республики Молдова. Я уехала 18 лет назад и живу в США уже 18 лет. Спасибо за вопрос, Ренат. So I'm watching this lady Secret Materials, and she's cooking, and every day she's like pretty much the same setting, and she's cooking, and she's very slow. So I don't watch her live stream because it's like very, very slow. And then I watch it later on the speed, on the double speed. And so if you cannot watch now, and if I'm talking too slow, you can watch it later, because I believe I have an interesting topic to discuss. So I slice my onions, I peeled my onions, and I put it in the little food processor. This is a very good KitchenAid food processor. It's very small, it's easy to clean. So I do have a big, huge food processor, but it's, you know, the larger the equipment in the kitchen is, you know, it's too much, you know, stuff to clean after. So this processor is really good and handy. So, and it's easy to use. So if you hear some noise, it's only going to be for less than a minute, because I'm using this to mince my onion, to make my onion like, to puree or mince my onion and add it to my chicken. And then it's a matter of like just frying this little meatballs. So what was the topic of my live stream? 16 viewers. Welcome to Kate B channel. I'm Kate B. How can you hear me? Sorry to make extra noises here. I'm in my kitchen cooking for my kids healthy meals. So give me a second. It's only gonna take less than a minute to puree this onion. That's the first thing. So if you watched my channel before, you know I was on a weight loss journey using the semaglutide medication, Wegovy shots. They're very expensive here in the United States. I got a prescription to lose some weight because my BMI was very unhealthy. So I lost about 11 kilos since May of this year. So it took me 4 months to lose 11 kilos, which is about 23 pounds. And when I stopped semaglutide, I started to gain this weight back, and I'm very scared. Good day, Yususa. Okay. So I started to gain some weight back, and it makes me really frustrated. It makes me really upset that, you know, I had this great experience with losing weight, and as soon as medication wears out from your bloodstream, you start eating again, you start having cravings, you start having like appetite again. I did form habits of eating and like kind of like intermittent fasting, so I'm not taking my for example, I'm not taking my breakfast until 10:30 in the morning. I just drink my cup of tea without any food. Then I have my breakfast around 10:30 or 11, and then... Нет, пап, я поеду. Я сделаю котлеты и поеду. So, first month I didn't gain any weight, but I lost another kilo without medication. But I guess after the whole month, it totally weaned out from my bloodstream, and I started to, you know, have cravings. I started to eat more. It's not that I'm eating bad foods, but I do have cravings to eat sugars. I do have cravings to eat more fruits, and of course, fruits have sugars too. So I'm a bit upset about, you know, I'm a bit upset how this medication played a trick on me. Like I really believe that it's I'm going to be able to use my own will and stay away from, you know, eating more than, let's say, 1,200 calories, because we all understand the deficit of calories make you burn fat, and also I exercise, I go to my Zumba class, and I eat super healthy foods. But since I'm not on medication anymore, I'm hungry. I'm always hungry, and I have headaches if I don't eat, and I'm always like having this food noise back. So I'm a little like, for the past 2 weeks, I haven't been in a good mood because I'm experiencing this, post-medication withdrawal symptoms. And good luck to you. Thank you so much, Renat. Thank you for stopping by. So I'm a little upset. I don't know how to arrange my diet and my, my constant food intake. I try to eat less, but here and there I crave a cookie, and I noticed that I started to eat more sugars, and that's why, like last week, I gained another 4 pounds. But this week, I weighed myself. Like, it's very weird because my weight was like, the lowest weight I had was 125. I was so excited. I thought I will keep it. And that last month I lost it until my lowest weight was 125. So after 125, I'm back to 128 now. And 128 was my goal weight. So I didn't gain like all 23 pounds back in 1 month. So that's good. But I'm very scared. Sonia Kish, welcome. Hi, welcome, Sonia. I hope you're, you know who I am. Hello, welcome to my channel. So, and I'm really confused now. I don't know how, how it's gonna be, and I'm confused and I'm stressed because I kind of in a panic mode that I'm gonna gain all this weight back. So that's why I try to eat my meals before 6 p.m. And like today had my cabbage salad, and I had a little bit of like snack type of food, which I wouldn't eat on medication, but now I'm craving the salty snack. And I ate some Cheetos, so maybe like 150 calories of Cheetos and a bowl of cabbage and peas. Peas have some protein, so I had some protein, and I had some fiber, and I made sure I ate before 6 p.m. after I came back from work. So what is the topic today? I've been here 12 minutes. So that's it. I mixed my onion, minced onion. I mixed it pretty much with the chicken, with the ground chicken. Then I added some salt, and I added I can control my own salt. That's why I buy seasoning salt free, because usually if the seasoning has salt, you can over salt your dishes. But I buy this no salt seasoning, and I use this to put. This is actually sea salt. I buy it coarse for the special salt grinder, and this way I can control the salts. And my dad and my daughters, they really like salty foods, so on top of this, they're probably gonna salt it again. So that's it. That's pretty much it. Meat, salt, a little bit of seasoning, and minced onion. And my onions, like we believe, I'm from Moldova, from where I am, from our culture, we eat lots of onions. Onion is a very good vegetable for your immune system, and onions tend to make meats a little bit more tender. So now I'm gonna start. I had a cleaning lady today, so look how everything looks bright and clean today in my kitchen. I'm so excited. She did such a good job. So I'm gonna move here, and I'm going to show you how I fry my котлеты. And the meat temperature after you fry them, after you fry your котлеты, if it's ground chicken, the temperature should be 165 Fahrenheit. So it's hard to tell when they're cooked inside, but I'm gonna use the thermometer to make sure they're cooked. Okay, I'm back. Welcome, 17 viewers. So today, okay, here is the olive oil. We use olive oil for everything. We buy big barrels in Costco, and it's killing me. The price of this oil now is $36 for this gallon, 3 liters, and it's like 3 liters, 5.4 ounce, 5.4, no, 3/4, 5.4 ounces of like 3 liters. But this oil gets very expensive at Costco, so we use olive oil for everything. So here what I do, котлетки. Ta-da-da-da. You form like between meatball, flat meatball, and between the burger. This side, but you know, my little one, she likes them smaller, so maybe for us, I do some bigger ones, because the bigger ones, you form them, the faster you can form them and cook them, but the smaller ones you make, there are more of them, but you know, it's a little more work. So today I wanted to talk to you about everyday heroes in our life, and we're not talking about like extraordinary celebrities or authors or singers or actors or I don't know, doctors or scientists or you know, business people. I wanted to talk to you about everyday heroes, and do you have them in your life? Do you actually notice them, and do you appreciate them in your life, and do you learn from them? So today's topic of okay, I made sure my oil was hot before I start putting them on my and I cannot touch my phone because my hands are greasy, but you can see that my oil was very hot, so when I put them in, they start to get golden on one side, and so I have to move it a little more quickly so that they don't get burned, and I can turn them over. And you know, I'm trying to talk on the topic and I'm trying to cook. I don't know, I just like to do a lot of things at once. Yeah, so killing the time, doing the live stream, cooking, and talking on the topic. How about that? So I've been thinking for a couple of days, heroes, everyday heroes. And what triggered that topic in me, that I really wanted to talk to you about the topic on the live stream. You know what triggered it? Unfortunately, it was a very, very sad news. After the hurricane on Sunday night, we learned that our neighbor passed away. And I was I almost like, he's my neighbor, and he's been living in this neighborhood for about 8 years, and I knew his wife for about 15 years because we belonged to a mom's group in our local town. When our kids were little, we were in the same group. Let me come back and start. So I knew his wife for 15 years, and they moved in our neighborhood about 8 years ago, I would say. And a little over 3 years ago, he was diagnosed with brain cancer. And that's when he started his battle with brain cancer. And he only was given like 6 or 8 months to live. But he lived actually 3.5 years. And I wanted to, you know, that was my neighbor, but it put such a big hole in my heart. My heart was like broken because he was admitted to the hospital during the hurricane, and you know, he was on hospice care, and his wife kept posting on Facebook about him. But you know, I always held to this little, you know, little idea of a miracle. I always held, maybe it's not time yet, maybe he's not gonna die, because he already has beaten so much odds of living, like more than he was given with this diagnosis. And I saw him when he was sick, and he would walk the dogs, and he would say hi, he would smile, he would talk to anybody. And I always saw him, and I always thought that, oh, maybe he's better, maybe miracle did happen, maybe he's on the way, you know, to recovery, and maybe he's not gonna die. He's in the early 50s. But you know, he passed away on Sunday, and that's what triggered me. I kind of thought about him as an everyday hero, you know, and I was fortunate that he was my neighbor, just to know him, to interact with him, because, and I talked to his wife. We met after he was diagnosed and he was battling cancer. She would come to some of our women gatherings, and you know, we would talk to her how she feels, and we try to be, you know, like supportive and everything. But you never know what people are going through, knowing that somebody is terminally ill. So, you know, I always have this, I don't know, I didn't have a lot of courage to talk to her. I think I just protected myself from hearing all the grief she was going through. So she's also my everyday hero, because, you know, losing her husband in early 50s from the cerebral disease and being there for 3.5 years with the man you love the most, knowing that he's gonna die soon, that's pretty devastating. So, and it triggered a topic in my head. I'm like thinking to myself, we go to work, we're ordinary people, we're raising kids, we live in the neighborhood. I don't think of myself as a very special person, you know. I always find flaws and criticize myself for every little thing, and I, you know, don't like to see big picture. I like to get mad about small things. But here, my neighbor and his wife, they are my everyday heroes, because, you know, you see them for this past 3 years, and they were normal, kind, sweet people that grief didn't make them any less, you know. Grief didn't spoil them. I even think they were more grateful than any of us, you know, are, because they were knowing the situation, and they were knowing that a lot of sad time is awaiting for them very soon. So sorry about crying. But, you know, and then I started to think, you know, not to give you that much grief about my neighbor, and yes, he's my everyday hero, but what we learn from the situation, you know, like why it's a hero. Because, you know, I was kind of embarrassed, and I was shy to ask any questions. I even was shy to stop for a long time and talk to him, and I kind of blame myself for not, you know, having conversations. But I always have this scare. I didn't know how to talk to a person who knows he's terminally ill, you know. But I said hi, I smiled, I asked about his dogs and how things are going. But, you know, like for this past 3 days, I've been praying and thinking of this family and like the grief they're going through. And, you know, this person, the guy, Scott, he stays like his, you know, his face is always standing in front of me, like I'm seeing him with his big smile, and I know that he was such a great person, and it was so unfair that he's taken from this earth, you know, so soon. So anyways, sorry about crying. Let me show you. Whew. I needed to get it off my chest. I didn't have anybody since Sunday to talk about it. So here you are, my viewers. Okay, как вам котлетки? Okay. No more crying. Whew. So, and then I started to think, yeah, what we learn from things like that, the most important lesson we learn, just hold to each other. Don't be bothered with little things, just focus on being there for each other, you know. Make sure you make the most of your time on earth. Be nice to your loved ones. You know, don't worry about like things that not gonna matter in the long run, that just bother you or frustrate you every little second. It's not worth to spend your time and energy to be bothered with unimportant things. And we all have a given time on this earth, and that, you know, proves my theory and my motto that presence is a gift. The best gift you can give to people is being with them, being next to them, spending time with them. And this is really true. And I think this family, my neighbors, they really taught me that nobody is insured from diseases. Nobody is insured, like, even if you're like great people, decent people, you raise your 2 kids, you have great marriage, you have great community, you have great profession. Nobody is guaranteed, health, and nobody guaranteed to have older years and, be there for a long time. But that made me think about other things, a little bit. I should talk a little bit more cheerful. Like, who else are people I meet in everyday life who are my ordinary heroes? Like, for example, my both sisters are my heroes, My sister in Germany, she went through a lot, being married and then being an immigrant in Germany, and she went through a lot of hardships in life. But when I came to visit her this August, after I haven't seen her for 9 years, she was such good spirit. She was such a well-rounded person. She was so grounded. She was so wise. She was so smart and, emotional, intelligent. We could talk about everything, and she was there for me because we both miss mom, and we had these conversations about relationship with mom and what we missed and how it was for us when we were younger. But I looked at her and I said, you're such a good person. It's almost like I didn't know her when I was a kid, because she was so much older. She was 16 and she left the house when I was 4 or 5. And I saw her occasionally. She wasn't there in my life. But then when we reconnected, when we were adults, I can tell she's my everyday hero, because she made it in life, good. She has a person she loves. She has good community. She's a hard worker. Okay, 84, I have this. And I'm gonna put it here, 165, 169. So they're cooked. And it probably took us like 10 minutes. So I'm turning it off. 175. Okay, 160. 167. Has to be 155. Good. So that's my daughter. That's my daughter's dinner. Okay, so I thought, like, even if you're in your family, find a person you really admire for something, and it doesn't have to be like any extraordinary, deed they accomplished in life. It can be how they pulled through the struggles, how they pulled through their road in life, how they pulled through the difficulties in their life, and how the decent people they are now. So my sister is my hero for me because, she's cheerful, she loves life, she didn't lose faith, she's surrounded with good people, she makes very, very modest but very decent living in the country which she was an immigrant in. And I'm very proud of her because she didn't lose zest to life. She didn't lose her personality. She didn't become a sour bitch. She didn't become a like old lady who complains about her health or complains about getting old. She's just so cheerful. She's just so full of life. I wish we live closer so we can get together more often, or maybe I can go visit her more often in Germany. Okay, another person who is my everyday hero is my other sister. Even if I don't, she lives in New Jersey. Even if I don't talk to her much, okay, I'm using this plate because I used oil. I don't want them to be very greasy. So what I'm doing, I'm putting them on a plate with a paper towel, so all the grease will be on the paper towel. When the girls eat them, they're gonna be nice and good. Liza Man, welcome. So my other sister, I've been thinking recently, like my sister came here and she had a lot of difficulties in life too. She came here about 22 years ago. And after being 40 years old, after her son graduated high school and he went to Air Force, my nephew, I'm very proud of my nephew. He's my everyday hero too, because he serves our country as an airman, being an officer in Air Force. And I'm forever grateful to protect our freedoms. But you know, my sister was a mother of this boy, and she was a single mother. She went through so many difficulties being an immigrant in this country, working like low-paid jobs, being struggling as a woman, as a mother. And she raised such a good kid who is in Air Force now and makes his family proud and makes his country proud. He's my everyday hero, but my sister is my everyday hero because she is 7 years older than me. And, I was a little more lucky when I came to this country. I had a lot of support from my fiancé and from my, husband later on. But my sister was like practically alone. She got divorced after she came to the States, like a couple of years later. And her son was like being a teenager, and financially she was struggling, but she made ends meet. And what I'm trying to tell you that I sometimes, like, we speak, and now we're not speaking terms, like we can text like briefly, but whatever is between us, it doesn't matter, because I still think she's very smart, educated, and she's very good and strong woman because she made it in life so far. And I'm very proud of how she raised her son, my nephew. And she's really my hero because she made it in life well. And she got married in 2008. And we really admire and appreciate her husband because he's a very nice guy. And finally, she has... I hope she has a very good, happy marriage. So she's my everyday hero because she was able to accomplish so much. After being 40, she went back to school and she got her nursing degree, bachelor's degree in nursing, and it was big step. And she only worked for a couple of years as a hospital nurse, and I think she burned out, but I don't get to talk to her a lot these days, but I've been thinking of her a lot, and I'm proud of her accomplishments because being a single mom, going through a lot of hardships here as an immigrant, it took a lot of character, it took a lot of strength, it took a lot of charisma to pull through. So I'm very proud of her too, and I never thought about like saying these things because, again, we're not on good terms, we just don't talk, but I miss her, I miss her because she's a good person. She's a good person. I don't know if she ever watches my channel, but if she's listening to me, I miss her. I want a relationship with her. Anyways, I don't know why I'm a mess, because I'm telling you, this is like this is what happens to you when you stop taking semaglutide and you start being hungry again. Okay, I think I have to go soon to, like, here. That's what I'm giving them. And usually I make salad every day. So today I'm not making salad because today my girl's gonna just... Wait, sorry about that. My girl's just gonna have like cut tomatoes and cut cucumbers with chicken cutlets. So that's what I wanted to tell you. So what made me think about everyday heroes, I think because we all need people, real people who inspire you, who don't let your troubles to, like, you need real life examples. Whatever we read in the books, whatever we watched in the... Oh my gosh, I'm gonna turn off this lamp because it very shows my like miserable face. Anyways, why do we need everyday heroes? I also want to mention some virtual people and some people here I live with, because I've been thinking whose story impressed me. why do we need everyday heroes? Because we learn from them. We learn perseverance, we learn, strength, we learn human, nature, not to give up, not to complain, just, try to pull through the situation and still be a decent human being. And it's very important for me to look up to these people and, try to have qualities they have. From some people I can take a little more empathy. From some people I can take a little more self-control, emotion, intelligence. From some people I can take the way of communicating. From some people I can take a little more kind heart, so sorry. 7 people, thank you for staying with me and watching me. I'm leaving pretty soon, 6:44. I'm leaving in 5 minutes, I promise. So I wanted to talk about other few people that really inspire me. I have my dear friend Marion. I was a nanny in that Irish family long time ago, and I helped in this family with taking care of the kids, and these kids are in their 20s now. I think one kid is 28, another kid is around 25, another kid is around 22 or 23. But anyways, all these 3 kids, I used to be a babysitter in the special family. All these kids became doctors now. And this lady, she's a mom of these kids. She always was like a second mom to me. I always felt welcome in her family. I visited them in Ireland, and I went through like crazy adventure in Ireland when she was there for me, when she was in the hospital, like next to my bed, and she had 3 kids all by herself that time, and she made arrangement to take care of me too. So she's like a mom to me. I love her, and like in my desperate moments when I was nervous and upset, she just knows what to say. She writes me a message. We keep in touch and we talk on on Messenger, on WhatsApp, and she said sometimes she watches my videos and she sees me a little upset, and she knows the right words to tell me. But she's my everyday hero too, because she raised such beautiful kids, and she was always grateful for what she had. She was always calm. She was always like very, how you say it, gathered together. And through the years we've been talking, and she's been visiting me here, and sorry, I just miss her so much, and she just knows the right words to pick you up, so she was very kind to me, and the moments when I was like in my lows, it's a matter of sending just the right text with the right words that instantly makes you feel that you're not alone, that you're loved and you're appreciated. So thank you, Marion. I don't know why I'm crying all day long. Thank you, Marion, for loving me unconditionally, even we haven't seen each other for so many years. I hope we get to see each other sometime soon. We can plan something, because I really miss you, and I'm so proud about your kids, and I'm so proud what kind of woman you are, and I want to be at least 50% like you, and I hope my kids turn okay too. I can raise good kids just like you did. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Just find someone in your family or in your community or whatever, at your work, or find somebody you really admire as a person for how they are in life, and it's not wrong to admire and have them as your everyday heroes, because it inspires you as a person. It gives you a good role model, and it gives you optimism that maybe some qualities you like in these people you can adopt for your own personality, and you can work hard, and you can do changes in your behavior, or you can do changes in your lifestyle. Just just you know, to be a better person, better than you were yesterday. But you know, those people teach you a lot of lessons. Those everyday, you know, heroes in your life, they teach you a lot of lessons that ordinary people just like you, you know, it doesn't matter where you live geographically, it doesn't matter where you're from culturally, but we're all humans and we're all capable to have good, you know, good stable lives, and we are all capable to provide. If we work hard, we're all capable to raise good children. We're all capable to provide for our children if we put effort, if we put work, if we are decent, educated people, if we're nice to each other, if we're kind, if we understand, you know, if we feel love and we understand what are true values. So my message is to you, just sit down and think, who are your true everyday ordinary heroes, and give them shout out. Give them a call, write them a text, tell them how you love them and how you admire them. Just, you know, tell them how nice they are to you, and tell them how you want to be present in their life, and just keep the relationship going and be present in each other's life, and, you know, cherish the moments together, appreciate each other, love each other, respect each other, and, you know, just communicate with each other in a nice way. That's the best gift you can give to each other, and not only to the people you love the most or admire the most, just, you know, to your immediate family members. You have to do all the above, you know, be nice, spend quality time, appreciate, respect, and love. Thank you for being with me. It's been 42 minutes. Thank you. Please write me comments. Don't be shy. Let me know if you liked me cooking and talking, and if you have anything to say on the topic, if you have comments, and share your stories about ordinary heroes in your life. You're welcome on my channel. Thank you. Thank you. Love you all. Good night. Bye, Kate B.